Hey everyone, good morning. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad. Here's an update on our wintry weather heading our way. We are going to see some icy roads, especially from Interstate 85 north on your Sunday morning. But here's the good news. It's not going to last all day, but there is a very short window where there are going to be slick roads tomorrow morning. Let's get right to the visible satellite image first. And the first thing you notice is we've got clear skies, really cold conditions over us. Two systems, one up here, one down here. This is the main driver here of the moisture in the warm air. This colder air system is staying to the north. These systems aren't really syncing up. If I show you the radar here, you can see the moisture increasing across the Gulf Coast of Texas, Louisiana. That's pushing to the north. Here's our colder system up towards Minneapolis, where the Super Bowl is going on tomorrow. They've got some snow and some really cold temperatures. I'll stop this real quickly and we'll throw some temperatures on. You can see how cold it is this morning here across the Carolinas into the early afternoon. Don't expect temperatures to warm up much. If we make it into the low 40s, we're going to be really lucky this afternoon. It's cold and it's also very, very dry. In fact, if I show you the dew point temperatures, single digits in teens, because that's key, because as this moisture down here from the Gulf Coast moves up here, it's going to fall into a cold, dry air mass, which is going to lower the temperatures and cause the temperature to fall to near freezing for a couple hours in the morning. That's how we're going to set the stage for our wintry weather. So let me show you what we have in effect right now. Winter weather advisory is in effect from about 3 a.m. tomorrow morning till 10 a.m. Tomorrow morning. You can see all of western North Carolina, the upstate, and parts of the Piedmont included. Again, this does include the Charlotte area. South and east, it's likely to be less of a mix. This is for a mix of snow and sleet at the beginning, though that's probably not the bigger issue, changing to freezing rain. Freezing rain is the primary reason we have this advisory in effect right now. But if you're up early enough, you might see a little bit of a wintry mix at the beginning of this. So let me show you how this unfolds. We'll start at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. Notice how temperatures area-wide are generally right around the freezing mark. As we go through the morning hours, we'll go to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., we start to notice the precipitation moving in from the west. You see that icy mix. That's the pink. That's a mix of snow, sleet, and freezing rain. But remember, our primary concern is going to be freezing rain across the Piedmont. Now, in the mountains, this is probably a better chance to be snow for a while. So there might be an inch, maybe an inch and a half in the higher elevations before it changes to ice. Go to 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Let me stop it at 6 a.m. This is when we start to see the ice move into the Piedmont, especially across the Charlotte area. You can see the temperatures right around the freezing mark. And again, don't look at the specific temperatures. These are likely going to fluctuate. As the precipitation falls, it will cool things down. This is where we're going to see the biggest problems, though. Jefferson, Boone, Morganton, Lenore, Hickory, Taylorsville, Statesville area. Those areas we'll see the longest duration of ice. We'll go to about 7 a.m. Notice how the ice is hanging on really strong up in here, but across Charlotte south, temperatures are warming up, and we're likely going to see it change to rain probably around 8 or 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock still have ice in Lincolnton, Hickory, Morganton, Statesville. As we get to 9 a.m., this is when things start to warm up and it becomes more of a rain. One of the things that'll be going on here, the warm air aloft will actually start mixing down to the ground and the heavier the rain gets. Because we don't have high pressure to the north to keep supplying the low-level cold air, this won't last all day, so it won't become an ice storm. That's the reason we're not concerned about an ice storm potential here. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., this is when the advisory expires, because you can see most of the area will change over to rain, give or take an hour, maybe 2 hours, and by noon, everybody's to rain, and the temperature's above freezing. Even in the mountains, temperatures will be above freezing. Look at that, 41 in Asheville, 38 in Boone. We'll go to the afternoon hours. So everything is, I won't say this is warm, but it's all above freezing, and it's all liquid precipitation falling as rain, not freezing rain. And we go into the afternoon, and temperatures remain above freezing. A second shot of cold air comes into the mountains Sunday night, so there'll be another surge of snow in the mountains. Notice the temperatures, 8 p.m., still above freezing. We'll go into the overnight hours, midnight, after the Super Bowl, people driving home. Okay, here in the Piedmont, mountains are where we likely could see some icy spots develop up in there. So how much ice are we talking about? Here's the potential ice that I expect from tonight through early tomorrow. Highest amounts, Morganton, Hickory, Statesville. Again, the totals fluctuate depending on how long it lasts, but you get the idea. Those are the areas of biggest concern across the foothills, the northwest Piedmont. Charlotte, very light amounts. But the further north you go towards maybe Huntersville, Mooresville, Cornelius, northern Gaston County, Westport, Dallas, Denver, heading up into eastern Lincoln County, those areas will likely have enough of an icing that it could cause slick conditions on the bridges and overpasses in particular. So here's what I'm thinking as far as rough travel. The area in red is my biggest concern on Sunday morning for impacts from ice, and that includes the eastern facing slopes, an Interstate 40 corridor, but even in the areas in orange, an area we'll have to watch real carefully for some slick roads. The good news in all of this is not going to last long. That is really the best information I can give you, because you look at the timeline here, from about 2, 3 in the morning to about 10 or 11 a.m. is really the window. Afternoon, you can see the ice becomes no issue with snow. It'll be chilly, but that's not a big deal. And the icy roads will clear up as well. So if you can just wait out your travel on Sunday morning till after 12 noon, you should be fine. So it is going to be a brief, quick hitting system. If it wasn't a weekend, it'd be a bigger impact. If it was a weekday where there's schools and businesses and people are up earlier, Sunday, the biggest impact is going to be on churches. Churches will definitely be impacted, especially those areas north and west of Charlotte where you see that ice coming in the heaviest. So I'll be posting updates throughout the day and tonight. I'll be at work tomorrow for the Super Bowl tomorrow night. So if anything changes, we'll have you covered. Don't worry, here on NBC Charlotte. And of course, you can always make sure I'll have you covered online as well. Make sure you got my Facebook page notifications turned on for any changes in advisories, amounts, anything like that. I'll be posting it throughout the day. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy it and be safe tomorrow. Please watch those roads early on Sunday morning.